It seems like there are a lot of GOP that are more bloodthirsty than ever. They're upset that Biden paused a shipment of 2,000 pound and 500-pound bombs to the Israeli government. Biden paused shipment on this one shipment of bombs to the Israeli government over the possible use of them being used in Rafah, which could kill hundreds of people at once due to how densely packed Rafah is at the moment.
U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin on Wednesday told the Senate that Washington had paused a shipment of weapons to Israel over that government's plans to carry out an operation in the city of Rafah in the Gaza Strip.
Israel shouldn't launch a major attack in Rafah without accounting for and protecting the civilians that are in that battle space. As we have assessed the situation, we paused one shipment of high payload munitions.
Austin confirmed reports.
It's not like the Israeli government actually needs these 2,000-pound bombs or 500-pound bombs, and if they truly need them, they can make themselves. Like, what's stopping the Israeli government from making their own weapons?
Reports that the U.S. had at least temporarily halted the planned transfer of some 3,500 powerful bombs. It marks the first such delay since the Biden administration offered its, quote, ironclad support to Israel after Hamas's October 7th attack that killed 1,200 people, according to Israeli tallies. And the pause caught some U.S. lawmakers by surprise.
What is the status of withholding our weaponry that we voted to send to Israel? Are we doing that? Why are we doing that?
That was Republican
Why are we doing it? Because the White House doesn't want the Israeli government to use them to kill innocent civilians, which is quite obvious and has been said. Though it's wild how Republicans are upset over this one shipment not being sent to the Israeli government.
Senator Shelley Moore Capito's question to the Pentagon chief on Wednesday.
Again, our commitment to Israel is ironclad. No, we are currently reviewing some near-term security assistance shipments in the context of the unfolding events in Rafah.
So that answer wasn't acceptable to Republican Lindsey Graham, who denounced what he called American efforts to tell Israel how to wage war.
You're going to tell them how to fight the war and what they can and can't use?
But others disagreed.
In fact,
Well, again, if the Israeli government really wants 2,000-pound bombs, they can make it themselves. The United States doesn't have to give the Israeli government anything whatsoever.
history tells us that the application of overwhelming military force can, in fact, grow terrorist threats, not shrink them.
Democratic Senator
Yeah, because when you have an oppressive government killing your family when you had no involvement in anything whatsoever, when you have a government labeling you as a terrorist just for being a 5-year-old child or just for existing, that's going to cause some problems against that government. I mean, if a government is continually bombing your house, your friend's house, your neighborhood and stuff, that's going to cause people to want to fight against that government.
Chris Murphy pointed out the U.S. had no small experience trying and failing to defeat militant groups, and Israel could heed American advice on weapons and tactics. And Austin appeared to agree.
What we learned, to your point, key lesson there is that you have to protect the people, the civilians in the battle space. Otherwise, you create more terrorists going forward.
Yeah, like during the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq, where the government invaded over lives of WMDs, that didn't make Afghanistanis and Iraqis like America more because we were bombing them over lives. That made those people dislike us even more.
Washington is Israel's closest ally and main weapons supplier. And that relationship has been challenged by Israel's devastating retaliation that Palestinian health officials say killed 35,000 Gazans. The U.S. had urged Israel to hold off on plans to attack the city of Rafah, where around half of Gaza's 2.3 million people have crowded after fleeing other parts of the enclave during 7 months of war. But Israel.
And in that 7 months of war, 34,000 civilians have been killed, half of them or almost half of them being kids, with millions of people starving, millions of people displaced, millions of people lacking medical care.
Israel has threatened a major assault on the city to defeat thousands of Hamas fighters it says are holed up there. An Israeli military spokesperson on Wednesday played down the arms holdup, telling a conference that the operational partnership was significant and saying, quote, "When there are disputes, and there are, they are being resolved behind closed